What's up, you guys? Sean here. Is it your first time making a garden? Well, if so, I've got you covered. The first thing you need to do is choose your location. Where are you going to be putting your garden? You're going to want a sunny area. And also, what size of garden are you going to have? 10 by 10 feet? Or something like this? It's your choice. So if you're doing a raised bed, be sure to keep it between 3 and 5 feet for ease of access. And also be sure to mark the area that you're going to be putting your garden in. Second, once you've chose your location, be sure to make a plan of where you're going to put each type of plant. Draw it out on the computer or on paper. After that, you're going to want to get things like grass and roots up, so you're going to want to use a tiller. Now, I chose an automatic tiller because I found it much easier to use than a manual tiller. But either way, you can get it done. Check it out.
Here we are today, we're making a new garden in the backyard. Oh! Got it. Nice and easy. Gotta slow this thing down, man. It's going too fast.
Now, obviously, you should learn how to use a tiller correctly, unlike I did, so don't do what I did. Make sure your dirt is dry first, that's important, and also, learn how to use the tiller. Number 3, you might have an animal problem and not know it. Things like rabbits and deer can get inside your garden and totally tear things up. So what you're going to want to do is get a couple cheap fence posts from your local hardware store or garden area and get that set in there with some cheap fencing. Really easy to do, but be sure that you dig a line underneath the regular ground area. That way they can't dig underneath, so the fence is actually going a little bit into the ground. There's nothing worse than going out to your garden and seeing it half-eaten. Oh man, it's happened to me. Number 4, get some organic compost from your garden. This is really important and it will help your garden flourish and do really well. Try to pick up some organic humus from your local garden store. This will really help your plants flourish and do really, really well. Number 5, pull out all the unwanted stuff from your soil once you get done tilling. That way you have clean soil to work with. Number 6, decide how many rows you're going to want for your garden. For my garden, I usually do about 5 to 6 rows. Now, you'll also want to make sure that you're putting enough space between the rows and space between the plants so they don't crowd each other. Number 7, so what water will you use? You can use collected rainwater from your gutters, or you can even use your hose. Either way works, but the rainwater is a little bit better. So what you're going to want to do is make sure that you are watering enough and not too much. And also try using a gentle spray. Number 8, weeds. They're pretty easy to get rid of actually. You can use different things like wood chips or newspaper. They're both effective. What you want to do is lay down your newspaper between the rows and between the plants if you choose, and put some grass clippings on top to help hold it down. So what this is going to do for you is keep the weeds out. And you can do the same thing with the wood chips. Number 9, depending on where you're at, you can choose the best plants to grow. If you choose spinach and onions, they start out well in very early spring. If you choose potatoes and kale, they will do well in early spring. And after the last frost, you can go ahead and plant things like melons or cucumbers. So some plants you might need to start indoors, and you can grow them inside of a pot and then replant them when it gets warm enough outside. Number 10, some plants will need some extra support, so you'll want to use a garden stick or some type of support system to let them grow upward. Another good form of support you can do is getting earthworms. This is really good because it provides fertilizer for the soil and for next year's garden too. So that's really good. And if you do use them, you'll want to go ahead and spread them out across the garden. Oh yeah, and there's one other great thing you can do. You can make your own organic pesticide and use it in a spray bottle. It's pretty simple to do, and this will keep away things like nasty bugs and diseases from your garden. So definitely a plus. And if you get done planting all your seeds and you have a few left over, you can put them inside of a glass jar and put it in your fridge for next year. It should last a couple years. Well, I hope you have really good luck with your garden. Thanks so much for watching my video. If you liked the video, don't forget to leave a like down below and subscribe with me for future videos. Take care and have a wonderful day.